This is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Jacqueline Matter in for Scott Dennis. Thank you so much for joining us. Topping our news today at noon, a petition has been formed to replace a Confederate monument in Bradenton with a statue of Snooty the manatee. Snooty passed away this past Sunday, just one day after his 69th birthday. A necropsy was confirming the death of him to be a drowning. A petition started on change.org suggesting that the city replace a Confederate memorial in front of the old Manatee Courthouse with one of Snooty to honor his legacy. As for the Confederate statue, the petition calls it a, quote, negative symbol of racism and oppression and suggests it be moved to another location, such as a museum, out of everyday public eye. The petition was started this week. So far, it has generated over 3,700 supporters. Its goal is to reach 5,000. Also new this afternoon, the last killer whale born at SeaWorld has passed away. Kiara, a three-month-old calf, was diagnosed with an infection and her health never improved. A full post-mortem examination will be held, but SeaWorld says it could take a month or so to complete. No other members of its orca pod are sick. SeaWorld announced last year that it was no longer going to breed killer whales. Kiara's mother was pregnant at that time. A man is still recovering in Port Charlotte today after being bitten several times by an alligator in a retention pond. It happened yesterday morning at a pond on Kings Highway and Suncoast Boulevard in Charlotte County. The 9-foot alligator was removed from the pond and later euthanized by Florida Fish and Wildlife. The man, who's in his late 60s, went over to a nearby surgery center. However, that center was not authorized to treat him, so an employee from the center called 911.
A man just came to our door. He said he was bit by a gator.
Okay. Do we know where the gator's at?
I don't know. He's outside. We have nurses here and doctors, so they're out. They just went out front with him.
So his male is, do we know where he was bit at?
It looks like his pants are torn.
The man was airlifted to Lee Memorial Hospital in Fort Myers with serious injuries to his leg, foot, and groin. His condition has improved from serious to stable. New this afternoon, a Bradenton man is behind bars after deputies say he allegedly stabbed someone in a fight. Manatee County deputies are arresting 38-year-old Philip Wilsey this morning. He's being accused of stabbing someone in the side at a Spring Lake condo in Bradenton. When deputies arrived, they found the victim sitting in front of his home. He told them he and Wilsey had gotten into a fight and was stabbed in the midst of it. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Wilsey is being charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Could Englewood Beach be getting a new name? Well, that's the rumor going around, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. The executive director of the Englewood, Florida Chamber of Commerce believes the rumor may have started through a promotional marketing tool used by Charlotte County Tourism. A recent publication titled Adventure Journal mentioned Englewood Beach as the Punta Gorda Englewood Beach. The tourism officials say a change in name is unlikely, but Englewood Chamber officials say they are considering adding the word beach to street addresses in part of the community. And speaking of beaches, today is a beautiful day to head out to one today.
Don't you know? Yeah, get a little relief from the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sticky out there. A hot, hazy, humid is the forecast for today.
Okay.
And boy, that's just exactly how it's working out, you know. We have a lot of sunshine to greet us this morning, and it still continues on this afternoon. Casey Key webcam put it into motion shows, well, a lot of blue sky to start off the day, and a few low-level clouds have popped up, but I tell you, we've got a lot of mid-level dryness out there, and that's really going to kind of put the kibosh on cooling showers this afternoon. So most of the sunshine will go to heating things up and just raising our temperatures, not really creating the convective currents for thunderstorm activity as we have seen in the past couple of days. There are some thunderstorms down to the south of us, though. Moisture a little bit thicker in the southern tip of the state, but locally we haven't seen a whole lot going on. A couple of showers have built and died out in inland areas, but really that's about it. Other than that, I think we're looking at a pretty quiet day. You can see our high-resolution satellites picking up a few clouds, mostly in inland areas and to the south, but not enough to keep us from seeing temperatures that'll be in the low 90s today, with feels-like temperatures even warmer. We'll talk about that, talk about the likelihood of some cooling showers down the road, exactly what the timing of that will be, coming up in just a few. Back to you.
Thanks, John. We'll check in with you shortly. New developments this afternoon on the healthcare showdown on Capitol Hill. Senator John McCain is back in Washington a week after having surgery for brain cancer. His return comes as the Senate will make a crucial vote on health care. ABC's Megan Hughes has more from Washington.
Arizona Senator John McCain making a dramatic return to the Senate after revealing last week that he's fighting brain cancer. Today, joining Republicans' uphill battle to repeal Obamacare.
I know many of us have waited literally years for this moment to finally arrive.
McCain has been recovering at home over the weekend, tweeting this photo on a hike with a friend. The president calling him a brave American hero on Twitter today, saying, "Thank you, John." For President Trump, the vote to move forward on debate would be a much-needed win.
After 7 years of saying repeal and replace Obamacare, we have a chance to now do it.
Speaking at a Boy Scout jamboree in West Virginia, Trump called out that state's senator, a key holdout.
To get Senator Capito to vote for it. You got to get the other senators to vote for it.
But one looming question, what measure will ultimately come up for a vote? Will they repeal and replace Obamacare or just repeal? Right now, neither has enough votes to pass.
We haven't even got to see the bill. Even the Republicans haven't seen the bill.
The Republican leader can only afford to lose 2 Republican votes and still move forward. Vice President Mike Pence is expected here on Capitol Hill this afternoon in case he's needed to break a tie. Megan Hughes, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
Here at home, the city of Bradenton will soon be getting a new medical facility. A groundbreaking ceremony took place this morning for Manatee Memorial Hospital's new emergency care center. The 34,000 square foot facility will be located along 2nd Street East. The space will consist of 48 treatment spaces, including 24 exam rooms for gynecology, bariatric, and resuscitation rooms. It'll also allow personnel to have more convenient access to surgery, labs, and patient care areas.
Long time coming for our hospital. We've been planning on this for 10 years to build a new emergency department. And today is just the culmination of all that effort from everyone in our organization to bring it to this level. So we're very, very excited about this.
The project is expected to cost between $32 and $33 million and be completed by next fall. Well, Shriners of Sarasota are kicking off the holidays a bit early. The Sahib Shrine hosting their Christmas in July event this morning. Toys, games, and coloring books were all donated to give to kids at Shriners Children's Hospital in Tampa. This includes over $2,000 in cash and gift cards. This is Shriners' 5th year donating to the Tampa Hospital.
Anybody that wants to donate, I live in Terra. I had a bunch of friends donate coloring books and crayons from there. My Mahjong group, a lot of people's different groups that they're with, everybody brings toys because they all want the children to be happy.
The Sahib Shrine hopes to collect at least $7,000 in donations this year. Last year, they collected about $5,000 in donations. And speaking of donations, a generous donation to veterans from a Suncoast company. Venice-based Tervis Tumblers donating more than $34,000 to the Disabled American Veterans, or DAV. Every year, Tervis partners with the nonprofit to run a 4th of July promotion in their 45 stores and their website for the holiday weekend. During that time, Tervis donated $2 from every product sold. The funds will then help vets access their earned benefits. 12:09 now, and it's time to head over to the kitchen where our guest chef Eddie Yaziri joins us from Apollonia Grill in Bradenton. Hi Eddie, what's on the menu today?
Hello, today we'll be doing a summer salad with grilled peaches, burrata, and prosciutto.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Are you Goodwill? Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, here's a nice shot sent in by Linda Fisher, one of our viewers. Sent it to me this morning via email. Gorgeous. And asked what it was, actually, this strange object like in the sky there. Well, it's a shadow. It's a shadow from one of the clouds. Kind of the reverse of a crepuscular ray, which we've talked about in the past, which are those kind of rays that emanate from the cloud. And you often see them depicted in paintings of a religious nature. This is kind of the opposite of that. It's the sun being blocked by a cloud and casting its shadow on the sky. Kind of a neat shot. Linda Fisher, thank you for that. I put the detailed explanation for those phenomena and an example of crepuscular rays on my Facebook page, John Scalzi, ABC7. Warm outside. Oh, my goodness, yes. We're closing in on that 90 mark, and we'll get there before too terribly long. 77-degree air temperature, plenty of sunshine out there. And that sunshine will continue to heat the ground and raise the temperature of the air above it, and we'll probably be in 92, 93-degree range before it's all said and done today, because I don't see much in the way of any kind of rainfall to break through that heat a little bit later in the day. There will be a shower or two around perhaps, but mostly in inland areas. Other than that, lots of places seeing 90s today, no doubt about it. Lakewood Ranch already there, so is Northport and Punta Gorda. Almost there is Arcadia, Wauchula, and Mayaca, Parrish, and Bradenton, all coming in at 89. 90 in Venice, 89 in Inglewood, 88 degrees Longboat Key. Not much in the way of any kind of radar echoes across the center part of the state of Florida. Now, we've got some down in the southern tip of the state. There's more moisture down there. And plus, we've got some to the north. There's a trough of low pressure here in the upper atmosphere, helping to encourage some of that showery activity that we see. A couple of thunderstorms south of the Atlanta airport. Should not be a problem in the Atlanta airport today with the weather anyway, nor in the Raleigh-Durham or Charlotte airports. Locally, you know, we may see a shower or two. I mean, it is July, but there's not much. We have some mid-level dry air that's worked its way in, and that really does kind of suppress the amount of showery activity that we can expect to see, probably for about 3 more days, actually. So kind of a dry period for this time of year, and certainly very low rainfall chances. If you look across the nation, there are some places that are benefiting from a little bit more moisture, kind of a monsoonal flow producing some rain showers back in the desert southwest. That's good news there, and also some of the more mountainous regions of the southwest where there is still a risk of some forest fires ongoing, of course, and so that's beneficial. I have the potential of some stronger storms up here coming out of the plains, anywhere from the Dakotas on over toward Michigan. There could be the chance of seeing some stronger storms a little later today. And there are some showers up in the northeast as well, down East Maine, down through upstate New York and into parts of the coastal mid-Atlantic. We'll see some showers, but the only place where there's a potential for some severe weather really is out of Minneapolis, St. Paul. There could be some delays there. If you're traveling today, that could be the location for potentially some even tornadic activity with some of the storms. For us, it'll all be just standard thunderstorms if we see any, and that's mostly going to be, I think, in the southern tip of the state. We have a trough of low pressure located to the north. It stays there. High pressure, the dominant feature for us, gives us light and variable winds, and we develop that sea breeze in the afternoon. Showers that we do get are kind of pushed toward the other coast, and that'll be true for the next several days. The tropics look pretty quiet right now. We'll talk more about that and the potential for a more active tropical environment coming down the road in the next half hour. 20% chance of showers. That's it for today, for tomorrow, day after. Not even much better than that. We'll have to wait till the weekend till we get back up to our 50% chance of rain showers. Back to you, Jacqueline.
Thanks, John. New this afternoon, a recall alert for a brand of papayas. The FDA is urging people to stay away from the Carabinea brand of Meridol papayas. They've been linked to a salmonella outbreak that sickened at least 47 people in 12 states. At least one of the victims has died. The papayas come from Mexico and are distributed in Texas and have a red, green, and yellow sticker. In other health news, we know gluten-free products are good for people who suffer from a gluten sensitivity or celiac disease. But what about the rest of us? According to a recent study by the Cleveland Clinic, avoiding gluten may result in reducing the amount of whole grains in the diet, which could put a person at an increased risk for heart disease. Doctors say eating more refined grains like white bread and white pasta is less healthy regardless of whether you're trying to avoid gluten. They also can cause a spike in blood sugar and a rise in insulin. Restricting whole grains that contain gluten can also mean missing out on the good things that these foods have to offer.
Many of the foods that contain gluten, so wheat, barley, rye found in soups and whole grain breads and things, do have value. So they're contributing fiber, they are contributing vitamins and minerals, and they can be healthy for you.
For those who want to eat as healthy as they can, doctors suggest eating whole, minimally processed foods. This includes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, nuts, and seeds. It's also important to steer clear of clever marketing on food packaging. Just because it promotes fresh products does not mean it's always the case. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, a tragic car crash is live streamed on social media. Why deputies believe the driver was driving under the influence. And just call him the fastest wiener in the West. How one stubby racing dog took home a winning title and stole millions of hearts at the same time. That story when we come back.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
As a singer-songwriter, it's all about creating high-performance art that moves people. Same is true in making gorgeous cars. Fiat designs it. You're the artist.
Choose your palette just about any color combo inside out. No small wonder, state-of-the-art style Fiat.
Now this moves me. Well, they're playing my song.
Let the art of Fiat move you at Fiat of Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential. There's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Welcome back, 12:20 on your Tuesday afternoon. The former home of Aaron Hernandez is back on the market. The late New England Patriots player's 7,100 square foot mansion is selling for $1.3 million. Hernandez's estate has also been accompanied by the discovery of a 401k plan valued at about $167,000 and another account totaling $50,000. No beneficiary for either of those have been named. His estate is facing several wrongful death suits, and the assets could be used to pay damages in those cases. Hernandez was serving a life sentence for the 2013 killing of Odin Lloyd when he hanged himself in prison back in April, just days after his acquittal in a double murder. The Tampa Bay Rays fall to the Baltimore Orioles on their own home field. Rays lefty Blake Snell went a career-high 7+ innings, allowing 3 runs and 6 hits. Manny Machado drove in 2 runs during a 3-run 8th, and Rays catcher Wilson Ramos left in the 5th after he was struck on the head by a piece of a broken bat. He had to get 6 staples and will be evaluated. However, the Orioles gave up 5 hits and struck out 8. Center fielder Adam Jones bringing in a home run for the win. Final score, Orioles 5, Rays 0. Now, this was the Rays' 5th straight loss and the worst so far this season. Baltimore won for the 6th time in 8 games. Meanwhile, in California, it was a hot dog of a race for the 22nd Wiener Nationals. 90 dogs participated in the 50-yard final, and don't let their short little legs fool you. Wiener dogs apparently pack some serious speed, but only one came out on top. His name is Baby Bo. He won the title of the fastest wiener in the West with a near record time of roughly 7 seconds. And another dog, Ladybug, also stole some hearts. She was dropped off by a shelter 3 years ago and was partially immobile and was put in a 2-month rehab.
She started to push up on her own and take steps on her own, and then over about a year she started being able to walk on her own, and she still does rehab today, and she can walk, run, play, chase balls, and I thought, you know what, she can run in the Wiener Nationals.
Well, it took Ladybug a bit longer to finish the race, but she did it. About 10,000 people showed up for this year's Wiener Nationals. That's the largest crowd they've had so far. Well, let's get back to the kitchen where John joins our guest chef, Eddie Yazeri from Apollonia Grill in Bradenton. Hey guys, how's it going over there?
It's going pretty good. I guess there can only be one winning wiener dog. The rest have to play catch-up. Sorry, it was a bad joke. Good to have you here, sir.
Good to have you, John.
Always
Thanks.
a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
To have you in the kitchen, cooking up something wonderful at Apollonia Grill, no doubt. And what are you doing for us today?
Today we'll be doing a summer salad with grilled peaches, some burrata cheese, and some prosciutto.
Nice.
So we'll start with a little bit of dressing to coat our peaches. You want to get firm, or not firm, you want to get really ripe peaches for this, so that way they melt and they sort of collapse while you're grilling them. So they're
Peaches are fantastic right now.
So we're starting with some olive oil here. We're going to add about 3/4 of a cup, olive oil, and then about 3 tablespoons of honey.
Oh, that's
going to
give
sweeten
a nice
them up.
Yeah, that's
and it'll help caramelize them and get all sugared up like that, really nice. And then about 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon, give some acidity to it.
Balance that sweetness from the honey.
That's right.
Okay.
And then we're going to whisk this till it becomes emulsified together, and then we're going to dress up our peaches, and then we're going to grill them on a hot pan skillet, or you could do it on your char grill outside.
Great.
So we'll whisk this. And
now, does this require any kind of emulsifying agents, or does it?
No, the honey
sort of
binds everything together because it's a thicker agent. But you're not looking for a long term here, like to sit on your shelf. So, so something like that, it's perfect right there. You know? So then we'll take our peaches that we have here, and then I got some onions as well too. Onions, when they get caramelized with peaches, they're really, really good. So and it gives body to the salad, gives another texture, another flavor to it. So get them coated like that together. Use a spoon here. And then on a hot skillet, start to grill them. Now you don't want to take them out too fast, so even if they look like they're burning, they don't burn because it's the skin that protects them. So you want them really soft and juicy on the inside, so it'll be really nice.
So don't be afraid to leave them on a little longer than you think you need to.
That's right. Okay. So this is very simple to make. You're adding a lot of flavor by the lemon juice, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper to it. And then you pair it up with the burrata, which is similar to fresh mozzarella, but it's really creamy and soft inside.
Beautiful.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah, it really is nice and rich and gorgeous. Now, you said leave it on longer than you thought you might have to. How long would you actually leave this on a grill?
It all depends how ripe the peaches are, but you know, anywhere between 8 to 9 minutes, 10 minutes, it should be fine.
Okay.
So I'm adding them onto that.
Well, obviously we're not going to have 10 minutes here.
No, we're not going to have a lot of time, right?
So we're going to pretend
we have a finished product over there.
We've cooked them a little bit ahead of time here.
Yeah.
So will you actually get grill marks on those?
You do, yeah. You get a really nice grill mark. It looks really beautiful, and I love the smokiness that you get, you know, from the grill into the peaches. Really nice, and you know that burrata and peaches is really nice, sort of on that same play of you know, peaches and cream, and burrata is very creamy inside, so it's really, really nice. So I'm adding everything in there, and then the leftover dressing, you drizzle that after you grill the peaches and the onions, and then you pair it with the prosciutto. And it's just really,
and
really
this is kind of the finished product over here, you
That's
say?
the finished product right over there.
Am I right that you add, that's the burrata cheese on there?
So the burrata cheese is over there, and we can sort of plate one here together while those are being grilled. I take some arugula just to give us some little green color to the plate. A little baby arugula just like that.
And while you go ahead and plate that up, I want to remind everybody that the recipe for this is on our website, mysuncoast.com. You go on the /dining link page and click on the dining button, and it'll take you right there, Chef Eddie's video instructions, as well as step-by-step instructions on how to prepare it, and a shopping list as well.
So if we would use the peaches that we'd be grilling, we would just sort of plate it like this. You know, it doesn't have to be in a uniform order. It could just be, you know, however you like it. And once you set this in front of your guests or your family, you'll see people start grabbing it.
Oh, quickly. I bet you will. I bet you will. That looks absolutely great. Chef Eddie from Apollonia Grill, thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you.
Always appreciate it. Final product right there, absolutely gorgeous. We will be right back, and I am going to eat. Oh, that looks so good.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
From a baby's first steps to walking your daughter down the aisle, so many of life's precious moments are spent on our feet, and every step you take contributes to a healthier heart. By walking briskly for just 30 minutes a day, you can lower your risk for heart disease and stroke. So join us and take the first step to a healthier, longer life. The American Heart Association. Life. Life is why.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Topping our news this half hour, a tragic car crash in California where an 18-year-old has been arrested for driving under the influence. The woman crashed and killed her 14-year-old sister, all while live streaming the entire thing on social media. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the story.
With her kid sister riding shotgun, police say Abdullah Sanchez went on a drunk driving joyride through Central California, live streaming the entire thing. As they swerve past a black SUV, her 14-year-old sister Jacqueline is heard crying out, "She's gonna kill me." Police say that's exactly what happened. On Friday, Sanchez began drifting off Route 165, then overcorrected. The car tumbling, the three girls inside are heard screaming. Jacqueline is tossed from the vehicle. Moments later, with her sister lying lifeless, Sanchez is back live streaming again.
I killed my sister, okay? I know I'm going to jail for life, all right? I understand that. This is the last thing I wanted to happen, okay?
She's been charged with gross manslaughter while intoxicated.
It's very disturbing to us because the callous nature of her actions, both leading up to this tragedy and in the immediate aftermath.
Here it was live streaming, but experts we spoke with warned that as new types of technology are created, people will get more innovative, using this new tech to commit new crimes. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
Here at home, an alert from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. Joggers and bikers who are exercising around Nathan Benderson Park need to be on the lookout for break-ins. Deputies say there were 5 smash-and-grab car burglaries Sunday afternoon. The thieves took purses from all 5 cars. Deputies were at the park yesterday warning drivers to keep their doors locked and valuables out of sight.
Most crimes, again, are crimes of opportunity. Burglars are looking for something that they can take and sell generally pretty quickly.
This isn't the first time burglaries happened at Benderson Park. Just a few months ago, deputies arrested a minor from Fort Lauderdale for similar break-ins. A 3-alarm fire devastates a warehouse in Sarasota. The fire sparking last night off US 301 on 17th Street. Black smoke and flames could be seen from the roof of the structure. The building is home to about 18 businesses, and at least 3 are damaged by that fire. No injuries were reported. However, the state fire marshal's office is investigating. In Miami, an investigation continues into a police chase that ends with a woman and her children being injured last night. Police say the chase started after officers tried to stop a Honda Accord due to unusual driving. The driver, however, would not stop, and when officers approached the crash scene, someone in the Accord ran and opened fire on them. No one was hit in that shooting, and the woman and boys are listed in good condition at a hospital. Also in South Florida, a community comes together to remember 2 teen boys who ventured into the ocean 2 years ago and never returned. Austin Stefanos and Perry Cohen were both 14 years old when they disappeared off the east coast of Florida back in July of 2015. Those who knew the boys gathered on a beach in Jupiter, Florida for a candlelight vigil. The boat in which the teens sailed out on was lit by sparklers, and the community's motto has become "Never Forget."
Austin and Perry left a footprint on all of us, and I think that together as a community, it's One of the most beautiful things about Jupiter is the way that we can all come together as a community to mourn.
The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission believes the boys' boat capsized because of weather. Officials believe the boys headed out into a storm that they could not see was rolling in. Prince William and Harry making new headlines this afternoon, sharing personal stories in a documentary about their mother, Princess Diana. They're also opening up on how their parents' divorce affected them. ABC's Eva Pilgrim has that story.
For the first time, Prince William and Harry speaking candidly, publicly, about Princess Diana's death.
I was thinking to myself, how is it that so many people that never met this woman, my mother, can be crying and showing more emotion than I actually am feeling?
It's like an earthquake just run through the house. And it took me a while for it to sink in.
People deal with grief in different ways. And my way of dealing with it was by just basically shutting it out, locking it out.
In the documentary, Diana's younger brother Charles sharing home movies of a young Diana we've never seen before.
She was always very caring of little people, and I suppose I was the first little person that she cared for.
Her family opening up about Diana's triumphs and troubles, specifically that infamous relationship with the paparazzi. The documentary referencing a specific incident on a ski vacation in Austria.
Could I ask you to respect my children's space?
I don't believe being chased by 30 guys on motorbikes who block your path and make a woman cry in public to get the photographs. I don't believe that is appropriate.
Prince Harry also revealing the struggles they faced as children of divorce.
The two of us were bouncing between the two of them, and we never saw our mother enough, or we never saw our father enough.
Both men talk about how loved she made them feel, a love they still feel 20 years later. The princes say they still feel their mother's presence with them. William revealing he even felt her at his wedding.
When it came to the wedding, I did really feel that she was there, and there's times when you look to someone or something for strength, and I very much felt she was there for me.
That was Eva Pilgrim reporting. That special aired last night on the 20th anniversary of the Princess of Wales' death. The princes say it was the appropriate time to remind people of their mother's legacy. New this afternoon, vacation on a French island has turned dangerous. According to NOAA, the French island of Corsica is having its second hottest summer on record. The heat is causing massive wildfires to break out in popular tourist destinations such as the St. Tropez in Nice and in Rome on the heels of the country's driest spring in 60 years. The city's famous fountains may be going dry due to the severe drought. Tourists are being asked to take water bottles with them.
In the course of shutting down its fountains right now. There are a lot of them. It's obviously a way the Vatican is doing its part to help Rome get through this crisis.
This is the first time in living memory that the Vatican says they have turned off their 100 fountains. The city of Rome has about 2,500 fountains, and today Rome's mayor will make a decision on whether to start rationing water in households, private businesses, and hotels across that city. Certainly hot out there, John.
The city of fountains. Shut down the fountains.
Who would have known?
Yeah, I think they're going to see a lot more of that. All of these fires that we're seeing and the extreme heat, record-breaking heat. July and August just incredible in Europe. Predicted to be 10 times more likely with climate change, and I think it's going to be kind of the new norm in about 20, 30 years.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it looks that way. We're looking at some pretty weather around here today, pretty hot anyway. We watching the sun rise to a cloudless sky this morning from the Myakka Fire Station, and then we'll notice a few clouds begin to build as we progress through our time lapse here. Yeah, we've got enough low-level moisture to produce a few of these clouds, but it's tough to give them any loft because above the ground, a few thousand feet, the air is kind of dry up there. So yeah, it's going to be tough to build any showers. You can see the kind of very cellular nature and limited nature of the clouds that are forming on high-resolution SAT here. Radar not showing much in the way of any kind of returns locally. Got a few thunderstorms down to the south, a couple over on the other coast, but locally things pretty quiet. We are seeing a few showers here and there, but other than that, that's about it. Rain chance today maxed out at about 20% in the early afternoon, and then we'll watch temperatures continue to climb to low 90s today with feels like temperatures of about 100 to 105 today. Really warm. And that'll be the case for the next several days. We'll talk about that and when we'll see some heat-relieving rains coming back into the forecast down the road. Talk about it in a second. Back to you, Jacqueline.
Getting hot out there. Thank you so much, John. In consumer news this afternoon, Jimmy Choo has a new owner. The luxury shoemaker is being purchased by Michael Kors in a $1.35 billion deal. Jimmy Choo was put up for sale earlier this year. Michael Kors, best known for its handbags. Choo is best known for its shoes. Now, a pair of its stilettos can easily sell for more than $1,000. The Girl Scouts of America want to see more women in STEM careers. That's why the organization is adding 23 new badges related to technology, engineering, math, and the outdoors. Scouts can now earn the badges through activities like designing model race cars, writing code, programming robots, and going on environmentally conscious camping trips. The CEO of Girl Scouts says the new experiences are meant to address the lack of exposure that many girls have to STEM careers. Just last month, the organization added cybersecurity badges, which will be available over the next 2 years to girls in kindergarten through 12th grade. Well, it's a big move for a tech company in Wisconsin. They'll be the first company in the country to implant tiny microchips in its employees. The company, 3 Square Market, is offering the implants to 80 of its colleagues. The implants are the size of a grain of rice, and they can do everything from buying snacks in the break room to logging onto a computer and also unlocking doors with just the swipe of a hand. Some internet experts warn that the convenience could come at a cost, but many are excited to give the new technology a try.
We've survived thousands of years as a species without being microchipped. Is there any particular need to do it now?
The implants are optional, and the radio frequency technology in the devices are approved by the FDA and can be inserted with a small needle by a licensed technician. When we come back, John will have another look at our forecast, and it's a treasure in downtown Bradenton that's often overlooked. We'll take a look at the Historic Art Center next in A Place We Call Home.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Current air temperature really closing in on the 90 mark now. A degree warmer than last half hour at 89 degrees with a dew point value. Steamy at 77. Haven't seen that number in a while now. 77, a very high dew point, about as high as it gets in the summer. West wind now developing at about 7, helping to keep the coast a little bit cooler. Thankful for that, but it is going to be hot throughout the deep south. We have this big bubble of high pressure sitting here, and we have 90 in Charlotte right now. Tupelo coming in at 88, Dallas at 87, 89 degrees Corpus Christi, same in Sarasota, and Tallahassee comes in even at 88. Traditionally a cooler temperature being read at Tallahassee. Trough of low pressure located to the north, producing a few scattered thunderstorms and showers there. A few thunderstorms down around Key West and over on the other coast, but locally things are pretty quiet. We're not going to see a whole lot today. We've got one little lone shower that has popped up just to the east of the interstate along Clark Road. Otherwise, not much happening anywhere across the area. We'll see today about a 20% chance of showers. That's about it. One or two popping up, most of them east of the interstate, and continuing to push east as we progress through the day. The most rain falling across the nation today will probably be up in the open plains stretching back into the western Great Lakes. There we'll have a possibility of some stronger storms, possibly even tornadic activity, but for us it'll just be typical thunderstorm kind of stuff. No severe weather anticipated really for the next 4 or 5 days for sure. The trough of low pressure located just to our north kind of parks itself there. That kind of stalls out. High pressure remains the dominant feature for us with light and variable winds. We pick up a sea breeze each and every day. Aloft, we have a general southwesterly flow continuing. That's going to help push those showers toward the other coast, and that will be a focal point for showers over the next several days. Hot afternoon highs, consequently. You don't get the rain, you get the heat. And that's what will happen for us today. Only small rain chances and more rain coming our way by the end of the work week, beginning of the weekend. Then I think we'll probably start to get back to our standard kind of 50% chance of showers during the summertime. But with those hot temperatures and the lack of any kind of really abundant rain shower activity over the next several days, we're going to see heat indexes that will really climb up there because low-level moisture is still around. Now, mid-level moisture is lacking. That's visible here on the water vapor imagery as kind of the lack of these turquoise contours being the high moisture content air. It's just not over us, and consequently, with that dry air beginning to move in this graphic, the redder is wetter. The drier air moving in allows us to see fewer storms, while at the surface, the moisture is still kind of thick. If you look at where the rain will fall over the next couple of days, it's going to be to our south and it's going to be inland. That's where the showers will happen. RPM computer model shows a few showers in inland areas, but that's about it. Tropics are quiet right now, but there are some indications that down the road, perhaps the first week in August or second week in August, things may heat up a little bit. So we'll keep you abreast of that, of course. 20% chance of showers for the next several days, and then we'll slowly creep back up to that 50% chance by the end of the weekend. Back to you, Jacqueline.
All right, thank you so much, John. Well, there are many places to visit across the Suncoast, so many, in fact, that it's hard to see them all. In today's A Place We Call Home, ABC 7's Linda Carson takes us to the Arts Center in downtown Bradenton.
You may have driven past the Arts Center in downtown Bradenton many times and wondered exactly what it is.
The Arts Center is a vibrant community gathering place for education, learning how to paint, make jewelry, clay, all different mediums. It's also a place that we exhibit art to help artists market work.
The Arts Center celebrates its 80th birthday this year.
It actually started over in what is now called Pier 22 Restaurant in downtown Bradenton by a small group of people who were interested in, again, the same exact mission of coming together and marketing their work.
She says the Arts Center is not just important to the artists, it's important to the whole Bradenton community.
It's an economic driver. It creates self-confidence for artists. It creates a community or a gathering place for artists. It's also a place that art collectors and our community can always come for free to see beautiful things.
She says a community without art would be a dismal place.
We have to have a place that gives us culture, teaches us things that are outside of our normal everyday life, and also it is, again, an economic driver. It brings businesses, and it also brings new residents to our community.
The Arts Center is open to everyone, and there are classes available in many art forms. And if you don't have space at home, you can use a studio here to create your art. Exhibits change every month, and there's nothing more thrilling for the artists than to see their work on display.
It's A wonderful way for artists to have an opportunity to, one, see how they're doing, and to get their work out there for the public.
Lots of new things are coming to the Art Center this year.
We have an international traveling exhibit that's only in 6 places in the country, which we are very honored. We have another one that is a regional show.
Something for everyone from age 4 to age 99. Art Center Manatee, devoted to promoting artistic creativity for more than 80 years. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Coming up, there will be a lot of disappointed Justin Bieber fans out there after the singer makes a huge announcement. And one rocker forgets he has something that few others would, an Andy Warhol painting. That's next in your entertainment news.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Some sad news for Justin Bieber fans. The artist announcing he is ending his world tour a little early. The superstar singer has canceled the last leg of his 18-month, 150-stop world tour, and it included some big arena shows like the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. According to a statement on his Facebook page, the cancellations are due to unforeseen circumstances. The shows will not be rescheduled, but all tickets will be refunded. Bieber has been touring for his 4th album since last March. And pop meets country music. The Backstreet Boys and Florida Georgia Line are teaming up for a special Crossroads episode on the Country Music Television Network. The Backstreet Boys will be performing some of their classic hits such as I Want It That Way and their joint hit with Florida Georgia Line called God, Your Mama and Me. The bands recently performed together on the Academy of Country Music Awards this year and are playing a series of baseball stadium tour dates this summer. The CMT Crossroads episode airs August 6th.
Buddy. Hey Siri, show me my life goals list.
I found 10 reminders.
Thank you very much.
Well, certainly interesting here. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has a new co-star, and her name, Siri. The pair star in what can be described as either a very short film or a very long commercial. It's titled "The Rock and Siri Dominate the Day." The action follows the duo as they partake in global spanning adventures. The viral video is trending on social media and reached 7-figure views in less than 24 hours. And a long-lost treasure is found in the storage of rock star Alice Cooper. It's a silkscreen from the legendary Andy Warhol. The artwork was given to Cooper over 40 years ago as a birthday present from his then-girlfriend. He calls it the Little Electric Chair because he used a mock electric chair as part of his stage show. Cooper and Warhol were good friends, and his girlfriend at the time is said to have paid about $2,500 for the painting. No telling what it's worth now, but Warhol's work sells easily for over $10 million. For now, Cooper says he plans to hang this in his home and enjoy it for a while. Certainly, probably a pretty penny for what that actually is worth, John.
Oh, don't you know? I guess there's a version of that same painting that was done in green, and
Okay.
it went for $12 million, but red is more popular, so he's
Be
doing all
interesting
right.
to see if he ever sells it.
It's a nice little find
Yeah.
there in that storage closet. Yep. Nice weather for you today. Not much in the way of rain, but a lot of heat. Stay hydrated if you're going to be outside.
All right, thanks, John. Thanks so much for watching your news at noon. We'll see you back here for your news at 5.